Today's topic is going to be how to become a better leader. I am not saying I am the best leader. I am saying that I have worked on myself to a great degree to get to where I need to be or where I am today. And there's always going to be room for improvement because these are my top 5 qualities that you need to have when you are a leader. Hey guys, this is Gilser Vergara back again with another video. I want to thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. Today, I want to cover something a bit more serious because this is something that I'm facing all the time at work. I have been facing all in life and things like that. When I have clients who have issues as to how to get this particular trait in tune with their life and or just to be this particular topic. Hopefully this video will give you some type of value to get you to where you need to go. And if you ever need to do a free consultation with me, the links are going to be down below to my calendar. If you can click that and you need time with me to talk about particular topics as to like business analysis, how your business is going, you need a friend to talk to, or just anything pertaining to any video that I made, or just help with, just pick my brain. The links are going to be down below to my calendar. Today's topic is going to be how to become a better leader. I am not saying I am the best leader. I am saying that I have worked on myself to a great degree to get to where I need to be or where I am today. And there's always going to be room for improvement because I'm always learning. I'm like a constant sponge when it comes to just absorbing people's feelings, getting my emotional IQ up, and becoming a better leader. For me, sometimes you have to constantly have your antennas up all the time as to how to read people, how to interact with people, how to really get that love language down to the point where you can motivate them, inspire them, people who are under you or people who are your direct reports, putting them in a situation where they truly feel they feel empowered, they have enough tools to get to their success, and with you as pretty much their guiding light. That's my point of view when it comes to becoming a leader. I'm not saying I have it all the time correct, because at the end of the day, I'm still human. But these are my top 5 qualities that you need to have when you are a leader. Now, this is coming from years of just managing teams, managing people, managing myself, managing my family, in our family business, other people's businesses, just going through the mistakes of life, taking certain risks that didn't pan out, how I recovered from that, how to keep pushing forward from those things. That's pretty much it. I'm not saying these are the right 5, but these are my 5, and hopefully they can help you. One of the biggest things for me as a leader, you have to be the big thinker. You have to be that visionary. You have to be the captain of the ship. You have to have this mindset, honestly. You have to portray that and really be compelling. And more importantly, lead by example. Be that visionary leader to understand the big picture. And so at any time when some of your direct reports or people are like reporting to you, like when they talk to you, like you can really convey and really have a compelling statement when, okay guys, we're working on this big goal. I know you specialize at this. I really need you to excel at this and rock at this. What can I do to make you get there? Because you're one of the more important cogs to the wheel of this. And number 2, I touched base on it a little bit, emotional intelligence. Being able to understanding how to approach someone where they are, how to read them, because not everyone's going to have great days, honestly. Not everyone's going to be like a superstar day. I tell people in general, everybody has their dramas in life. Everybody has their, there's always something going on in somebody's life. I have learned over the years that I am not the only interesting person in the room. There's so many more things happening in the room there. A lot of emotions are there. As a general blanket statement, I tell everyone, when you come through those doors, bring 100%. If you are not, let me know. Let's talk. If I can help in any way, then let me know, because I want you to perform. I want you in a position where you're always constantly performing to your best ability, because that's where you're a star. Being able to be a high aptitude of emotional intelligence, right, gives you a great position to your people to look at you as like, man, this person knows how to really lead properly, because he's communicating properly. So with that said, when you have that open transparency type of relationship, type of vibe, generally speaking, people are receptive to it. In many cases, to many people, especially if you have a bond with them, a lot of the things you say or will say or go through and things like that resonate with them. Now, I can tell you from experience, as a younger manager, I sucked at this. And this is something that I wish I worked on early on, understanding how to approach certain things, because it was more me being headstrong, me with my ego and things like that. As I'm getting older, hopefully wiser, I am understanding now that as a leader, you are always going to be a director. You are not the actor, right? You are always going to be behind the scenes, behind the veil, and I'm okay with that. And for me to be a good leader, you kind of have to be that. And from time to time, you know, you are going to be on that stage, but always give love, always give recognition and gratefulness for the team that you lead. This is a really important one. Decisiveness. You can't be a leader and be really like dead face, as in like, what are we gonna do? You kind of have to consistently pivot. When whatever's coming into you, you've got to be able to consistently pivot and absorb as much information as you can to make the best decision at that particular moment. And this is something that when people look at you, you're a leader, and things don't happen as quick as they want, and you don't communicate that as well, that's when things start domino affecting, trending down, and that's when people lose trust in you. And this is something that I'm always gauging, like when is the best time. I'm always trying my best to be 10 steps ahead, because at the end of the day, people are banking on their livelihood on my decision. So my decision has to be the best decision I can make for the team. Not for me, for the team. So at the end of the day, you have to make decisions quickly, confidently, with clarity and sound mind, as well as when you move with intent. Number 4, adaptability. This is all pretty much what I've been doing most of my life. And even in the competitive fighting, this is what you're doing consistently all the time. You are reading the room, you're reading the situation. You have to be able to consistently pivot left and right, front, backwards, being able to adapt to as many situations as you can. Now, for you young managers, young leaders, it might not be there for you as of now, because you haven't been faced with every single happenstance, nuance, and things like that to build a really strong foundation for yourself to get to, like, you know what, I got this. This happened before. Let me tweak it a little bit and things like that. Even me right now, I am still experiencing new things all the time. But at the same time, because I am in my 40s now and I've been in leadership roles for a minute, so to some degree, being able to read situations, being able to read people, puts me in a position to be like a bit more confident in my approach with things. It doesn't, when I'm talking to people, many of the times, I would like to think that I don't, when I'm speaking, when I'm talking to people, it doesn't seem like I'm on shaky ground. So when it comes to people who are like, especially employees are holding you hostage, you know, employees who are not acting properly, because like if everybody acted right, everybody would be a good leader, honestly. But to be a good leader, you have to be really able to be like dealing with a difficultness. And for me, that's like one core thing that makes a really good leader, like dealing with difficult situations and being able to maneuver. So going back to adaptability. And number 5, which is probably for me one of the most important things as you as a leader, because you'll see people in roles where they're going to become leaders and then they quit, or it's just not for them type thing. Because number 5 for me is resilience. Being able to push through. It's like that saying, I don't know who says it. Being knocked down 7 times and standing up 8 times. Literally, that's all it is for me. Building that resilience to be like, you know what? I'm about to face some shit, but I'm going to push through. It is what it is. Whatever shortcoming or hurdle or obstacle that's going to be facing me right now, I'm going to push through it. I am hoping for the best, but I'm expecting the worst. And when the worst comes in, I will try my best to build out as many contingencies as I can. If I'm going to go this way, but this thing comes this way, I have to go around, I have to go underneath, over it, or whatever. Being adaptable and being resilient to those onslaughts of not even physical stress, right? It's the mental stress. It's a stress on your brain. It's a stress where you just sit down, and sometimes, even for me, I look at the freaking computer screen and I'm like, oh boy, what the hell do I do now? Or sometimes I step away. Most of my people that are my team members think I'm meditating and or just having time for myself. It is having time for myself, but at the same time, I am trying my best to get it over, get over certain things, like whether it be my personal life, whether it be my business life, being resilient. And I don't know if it helps because I grew up poor. I don't know if it helps because, growing up as an immigrant in America, a first generation immigrant, there's certain hardships that you go through. So I don't know if that plays into it, or seeing my parents go through what they went through. But resilience. I have no room to stop. I have no room to be depressed for a long time. I have no room to just mope around. I just don't. I have too much people eating off my plate for me to decide, like, yeah, that's it for me, man. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. No, I have to push through. I am the one, right? Outside of my wife and I, we are the backup. We are the backbone, right? And to people in my family, I am a role model. And this is to my nephews and nieces. If you ever watched this video, this is a role I play. This is what makes me not want to just crash my motorcycle, jump off this balcony, and do what and face God a lot sooner than later for me. Because that I have that built-in resilience to be like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth taking that step, going that far, because you have a lot of people looking at you in a way where you are a leader. Yeah, like I am a beacon. Whether that's true or not, in my brain and in my heart, I am a beacon. And that's how you have to be. Because once you bring that value to yourself, once you realize that value you have within yourself, then it's like, you know what, I can't really drive this car into this ditch. I can't really drive this car off this cliff. I can't really jump off this balcony. I can't do the worst thing possible because I got too much people eating off my plate, whether it be emotionally, physically, whatever, spiritually. I got people eating off my plate because I have taken the role, and this is a choice, to be a leader, right? I have taken the role because, once again, it's my choice to be a role model. I have challenged myself to be this way, and more than likely, hopefully I'm right, you guys have taken that challenge as well. And that shit is not easy, honestly, especially as a man, especially just trying your best to be a productive man that lives with principles and values akin to, old life and stuff like that, right? So taking the fact that my role as a man, I take on a lot of pressure because at the end of the day, no one's going to really care about how I feel, honestly. No one cares that I sit down and I'm into my feelings. No one cares about that. Even my wife sometimes, she's like, whatever. Which is fine. That is not her capacity to do that for me. Like, I'm okay with that lifestyle. But because I have this resilience in me to be like, you know what, let's keep pushing. I have a bigger vision, right? I have a bigger vision. I am built for more, right? And I don't know where you guys are with God. My faith is very strong. I'm built for more. I truly feel that I have more plans that I have. Nonetheless, I thank you for your time. Hopefully those 5 tips on what I believe are key things to be a great leader help you. If you want to add, which I would love, comment down below what you guys think or what you guys believe are key characteristics to being a great leader. I'm sure there's more out there. Those are just my 5. So take that with a grain of salt. But those are the things, those are the pillars to a great degree that I stand on. As well as I would like to have, I would like to add faith, because I don't know who I'm talking to. Nonetheless, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And comment down below if you need to hit me up for a consultation. I'm free at 1 hour time frames. If they're gone, then they're gone, unfortunately. First one's going to be free, but if you truly feel that we have a vibe and you think that we can share and I can give you value, then we'll talk about being somewhat of a coach to you. But other than that, take care, God bless, and I'll see you guys soon.